Welcome to Africa Unfiltered, the Pan-African podcast that exposes truth without fear or favor. Today, we're talking about a war that is not just about Iran and Israel. It's a lesson for Africa. Because if we ever reach a point where we want nuclear capabilities or military autonomy, we will be allowed to rise. In 2024 April, Iran launched over 300 drones and missiles towards Israel, a response to the Israeli bombing of its consulate in Syria. The escalation came after years of covert warfare, cyber attacks, sabotage, assassinations of Iranian scientists. At the same time, Iran supports armed proxy groups across the region, most notably Hezbollah in Lebanon, which has fired rockets into northern Israel, Hamas in Gaza, which receives strategic and financial support. Israel sees these proxies as existential threats, and Iran sees them as strategic depth against an adversary backed by the United States. The United States, for its part, continues to support Israel with military aid and intelligence sharing, reinforcing a decades-old alliance. Now, here's the deeper question. What happens when a nation in the global south seeks military self-reliance? Iran is not innocent, but its pursuit of nuclear technology has not violated the NTP, Non-Proliferation Treaty, according to the IAEA Reports. Although enrichment above 60% raises global concern, but even so, the pattern is clear. Sanctions, isolation, targeted attacks. Africa must ask, if we pursue uranium enrichment or advanced defense capabilities, will we be next? Remember, Gaddafi abandoned nuclear ambitions and was still bombed. Niger is rich in uranium but remains externally controlled. South Africa dismantled its nuclear arsenal in the 1990s and still faces structural inequalities. You have seen what's happening right now in South Africa. Very, very relevant. Let's be honest. The world is not ruled by moral authority, it's ruled by power. Israel, backed by the US, can strike targets across borders in the name of defense. Iran, without the same alliances, is portrayed as a threat for retaliating. Hezbollah is condemned for attacking civilians, rightfully so. But when airstrikes hit consulate or children in Gaza, the world calls it necessary defense. But I think the tide is turning. Now, both sides have committed escalations, but only one side dominates the narrative. Africa, take note. When we finally say we want to protect our own borders, with our own resources, with our own weapons, will we be supported or sanctioned? Africanism is a dream, but without strategy, without strength, without security, and most importantly, unity, it's just a slogan. Our fate will not be decided by slogans at AU summits, but whether we control, number one, our uranium, our energy grids, our skies, and our defense strategies. Because the day Africa becomes serious about power, we will be tested, just like Iran. And if we're not ready, we'll be isolated, demonized, and maybe even bombed, all in the name of global security. Now, perhaps it's a blessing that we are poor and we do not have any of these things that we are using right now. I am not defending Iran's proxies, and I am not ignoring Israel's right to security. I'm here for truth, and the truth is the global south is not allowed to grow strong without resistance. Africa must not wait until it's targeted to wake up. We must act now or be left behind. This is Africa Unfiltered. We're not here to pick sides, but to expose the truth. If you felt this message, share it, subscribe, start the conversations we've been afraid to have. I'm Kuya. Until next time, stay wise, stay strong, and stay united. Now, Vision 2050. It's not a hope, it's a plan. Thank you.